Alright, what's up YouTube? First off, let me say I'm terribly sorry for the just awful buzzing sound. I've been told it sounds like a B-52 in the background. It's my laptop fan. It's not very healthy these days, so hopefully you can put up with that. My name's Nathan. It's the name I use on Minecraft as well. And this is my automated minecart station. I'm going to give you guys a rundown of how it works, and then at the end of the video I will provide the ability for you guys to download it for yourself. First off, get it going here. I have a switch that starts the whole thing, and you'll see the cart comes through. And it touches down on the first of two pressure pads here. The wood one triggers the booster cart to come and pick it up. There's a slight delay that makes it perfect for whether or not you want to get in or not. And as you can see, there's a return path here, so that if you do not get in, it will just send it right back around and put it back in the queue, and it'll come back around again in a second. The stone plate here is to switch this particular piece of track, send it on down the line. I have a stopper down there just to cut it off. This is I guess I forgot to mention, I designed this building, if you will, to fit completely within a single chunk. It is 16 by 16 by, I forget. I'll count it later and put it in the information about the video at the bottom. But it fits completely within a single chunk, so you know that if you need to put it in a very tight space, you know exactly how much space you need to hollow out. Maybe you're doing some kind of project with a mob farmer, and you're going to need to be able to get there from all the way across. You need to put it the origin chunk, whatever. It fits within a single chunk, and that's why I designed it the way I did. So, anyway, I have a little stopper down there just to, keep it from going off the edge of the mountain, because I am on top of a mountain. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the insides. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys about how the cart mechanism works first with the tracks, and then we'll talk about the redstone. Let me go turn it off first, just so that we're not going to mess it up and bump into things. Alright, might come around again. No, it didn't. Okay, cool. Alright, so first off, let's look at the boosters. I have two of them. The one on the right here is the cart that you will actually get inside of. The one on the left is the booster cart that will send it on along the track and or return it to the holding bay. I'm using one of the very common setups, basically 4 long for the back one there with a little incline, and this front one here has the level return. This particular piece here, I have a redstone torch underneath it with some wire running to the switch that you saw me toggle earlier. Whenever it toggles, it flips that track and it sends it right on down here where it gets stuck on that wooden plate over there. The wooden plate also has a redstone torch underneath it, and it runs all the way around here, and you can see where some of the wire is coming out. It goes quite a good ways back in there and under the floor. It comes out here and toggles this particular track where the cart swings all the way around down there, picks it up, and then if they're both returning, they come out here. The track on the right here is the one you would ride inside of, and the one on the left is the booster track. The booster track goes underneath, comes back around, and this little trick here, of course, if it runs into a piece of track at an angle like this, it just jumps onto the new one and returns, and then it goes right back to where it was. And the other one has just enough momentum to get up the hill and come back down and return to where it is. Again, using the same trick, but this time going down a level, you can see here. And I'm going to go ahead and engage it and show you how that works. Let it run a couple cycles so that everybody can see. and then we'll talk about the redstone. Alright, so you'll see it, alright, there's the one you ride in, and it automatically goes back on its way. You hear the click, goes and picks it up, and they both come back around. And they'll just keep doing that forever. It never runs out of momentum. The reason I chose this particular booster layout is that the ones that keep one or both carts in motion continually, the way the system works, they will continue gaining a cascading positive momentum value, and it will eventually overflow into the negative numbers, and Minecraft will just stop paying attention to it entirely. It breaks it after a certain period of time. So I decided to allow them to stop and then start again over and over and over again. That's what they're doing. So enough about that. The redstone, I don't really need to detail the wiring. I don't think it's pretty basic. Just torches to go vertically and drastic vertically, and then dust to go horizontally, carrying it around. Neat little tricks here and there. Nothing too fancy. This right here, if you can tell, is an RS NOR latch. Right here, this little 3x3 area. What you see on the right here, we'll talk about in a minute. This is the output from my clock, which is on the roof. This right here is the input from the stone pressure plate, again run underneath the tracks and into the floor. And what you can't see right now is that there is another little thing back here. This is the output from the RS NOR latch, and it goes under the floor and runs to this section of track right there, the curve that will determine whether that is facing left or right. Incidentally, if that is facing to the left, or right as it is now, if this is facing to the right, the car will return to its holding bay. If it's facing left, it will do that neat little jump thing and go sending on down the line. So that's how I determine whether or not it's going to come in or out. Very important thing though, if you end up making this yourself and not using my save, I had a lot of trouble with this silly little oversight. I was using this particular output here, and what I failed to realize is that I was using the wrong output. I had redstone wire running from here underneath the floor, and it needed to be coming from this output. I'll let you figure out exactly why that is, but it was kind of a hassle. I was overthinking it. Anyway, let's go on up and take a look at the roof. Kind of complex. I'll run through it all. And I have a little staircase here that I built just to show you guys. I will not have that staircase in the save in the schematic, so you guys can rest your mind at ease. Oh, well, hello, Cloud. That's bothersome. I guess I'm gonna have to just deal with that. No matter. Alright, there are more or less 3 parts to this. I wish it was nighttime so you could really get a good look. On the left here, this little 2x2 by I think 8 or 7, something like that, area, this is the actual clock. Here's the output right here. And basically it's just going through its system of some odd torches going around and around and around. This output goes to the input of a T-latch, and it is functioning as a, I guess a doubler, if you will. It makes the clock speed take twice as long. For basically every time it turns on, it toggles the output from this T-latch, which is all the way back in the back, coming around to the side. Let's get down and actually look at everything. So, here is the clock. Oh, frame rate lag. Wow. Here's the clock. I found this on the Minecraft wiki. Very easy to make, very straightforward. Doesn't need a lot of explanation. The T-latch is also on the Minecraft wiki. Again, maybe not easy to make, but definitely not a challenge. You could do it if you take a little bit of time to learn to read the schematics and put it together. This is the output from the T-latch. It comes around, and of course, I ran out of redstone, so I had to make a repeater, which is just a not gate. So it sends it on its way down the stairs and into one of the inputs for this RS NOR latch, and you'll see here it just sits flashing constantly. That's okay, because it is currently being held in the on position by that torch right there. This is the default, in fact. It is the default because I have an inverter down below. So whenever that stone pressure pad up front is off, it is sending an on signal, and vice versa. So the this is effectively what its default state is. So now, a little demonstration. I'm going to... I can't do that, can I? Here, let me replace this with a wooden one just for the sake of demonstration. Oh, and a brief little aside. My save here, my inventory, it was created using INVedit. I do not have the patience to mine this much mossy cobblestone or really anything else. So, yeah, INVedited. But everything else was done by hand. So, alright, so you'll see this here is now engaged. It's turned on. That's because I've got something sitting on the formerly stone pressure plate. Whenever this is happening, the clock is going to be toggling once about every 1.25 seconds is what I decided it runs at. I'm probably a little bit off. I'm definitely not a math geek. I couldn't crunch the numbers if you paid me. So it toggles about once every 1.25 seconds, give or take. It is very consistent, very stable, and the only important thing here is that as long as that pressure plate is engaged, which is the input format right here, the output to this little guy down here, the track, will remain constant. It will stay in its position, always. The reason I'm using that gigantic clock and doubler array up there is so that whenever you're actually getting in the cart, you will have plenty of time to be sent on your way before the track goes back to normal. So let me go ahead and switch this back to stone, and I will actually demo it for everyone. And I've tested it before, and it worked, but knowing YouTube videos, it will fail this time, so cross your fingers. Alright, here it comes around, jump in, and off we go. Hooray! Thanks everyone for watching. Again, my name is Nathan, and stay tuned as I put this into practical use. I'm gonna be making a complete minecart system going from point to point, utilizing this inward side here, and maybe doing some other cool stuff. So, yeah, thanks for watching.